everyone? It's your girl Q and also Krista with Reality Tea with Krista Marie. Welcome to our show as we recap, Sister Wives.
I'm getting my Instagram up, guys, because of course I forgot to put it up. I apologize. And yeah, we're doing Sister Wives. I thought this episode was boring as hell, although Cody was delusional as all hell. Like this dude, they said the same thing over and over again. They kept saying when they were doing their fake argument that, well, you just got to reach out to the kids more. You just got to keep trying. How many times are they going to say that? How many times are we going to talk about McKelty's and Robyn's relationship? Yes, we know they were close. Like, I don't, this is like the most delusional. I don't know. We're finally catching up to David, though. Like, we finally Christine met David. All right, here, I paste this. So that we're on Instagram over here. Yeah.
Can I just say that even, like, then David was hot. David's still hot.
Yeah. David's hot. I mean he's hotter than Cody.
Exactly.
Like,
and she deserves that, y'all.
I know. And I think that she manifested him. She wanted bald, she wanted motorcycle, and he's got a lot of kids, so he's good with the family.
Mm-hmm.
But Cody is going on and on about how his kids, okay. Is he in love with Robyn? I mean, is he in love with Christine and Joe? Is he ever in love with them or not? Because in one sentence he's in love with them, and the next sentence he's like, I can't wait, I'm glad I'm rid of them. But then then he blames his kids, or he blames his wives for the demise of his kids' relationship. Like, he wants his family back.
In love. He's not in love with either one of them. He's in lust.
I don't know. Like, he's never going to be in a relationship. He's never going to have a relationship with his kids. It's never going to happen.
It's not.
The way he is being is like so sad. And you know what? Everybody else thinks that Robyn is fake. I hate Robyn. I think she's a faker. I think she's a user. But I did feel like that scene was kind of real. It was kind of real in the beginning with them fighting.
Right.
Because I would lose respect for him if he stopped talking to his kids. But I feel like they made them rehab this conversation. Like, I think they had this fight already, and the producers were like, "Can you just recreate this, please?"
The fight is something that we have seen before, y'all. And no offense, but Robyn, you are the problem.
Yeah, I think he does.
You're the problem. And if you were a good sister wife, then he would have been at everybody's home. But look here. Robyn is a bad sister wife, but Cody is also a bad father.
He was a bad husband too. He was an emotionally he's very emotionally. He emotionally abandoned Christine and Janelle and Mary. And Mary, she's sick, but do you think she had met her boyfriend yet or no? Like, because she's like, I'm not going over there on Christmas or Thanksgiving, but
I think she met her boyfriend, but I don't think things worked out.
Yeah, I think they broke up, but I think she met him. Like, maybe she hung out with him on Thanksgiving. I wouldn't be going to Robyn and Cody's. Like, how many years did she go there and look like a fool?
A lot.
Yeah. Like for 10 years since she did the catfish shit to him, she has been like I don't know, like a sad puppy dog that they can't get rid of. Like, I don't abuse puppy dog. You know what I mean? Like an abused puppy that, like, it's a shame. Like, it just won't, like, you can't get her to leave. You can't, it's like, she's just, and I hate to use it. Yeah, like, and all her friends sit there and are like, oh, they're so surprised that her and Cody are separated. What the fuck are you people talking about? These motherfuckers have been separated since, like, literally 1992. Like, they were separated before they were even separated. You know? They were separated before they were married. Like, these two, like, I think that they had, like, this, I don't know, high schoolish, like, love, and then they get married, and he's like, I want a polygamous wife, or a polygamous life, and she's like, sure, and then she doesn't like, I don't know, she didn't like Christine, she didn't like, she only liked Robyn, and Robyn only liked her because she wasn't a threat. So, like, this episode was pretty boring, and we're, like, not even into...
not know how to stop fucking...
We haven't even gotten to...
Alright.
But we got David, but we've met David. Well, she's met David, but she's only on her second date. So I think they get engaged, what, like a year after they meet?
I think it's like a year after. Engaged a year after they meet, but they're good together. And what Mary has been looking like the fool, y'all, for a long time. I'm not even gonna lie.
Like, tell us, like, seriously.
So it's like, you know, YOLO.
She gets catfished. You guys, like, I mean, I did like forget about that stuff. Like, yeah, like, I don't want to call you.
But for her not to be at the Thanksgiving dinner to not look like an idiot, she made the right choice.
I know.
And then I feel like my thing about this is Robyn being like, "Oh yeah, me and Christina, we are co-grandparenting." Robyn, we know that you haven't seen those boys in 2 years.
You know what's funny?
2 years.
Robyn actually looked good in that scene when she first wakes up and she's not, I guess, putting her eyebrows on and curling her hair.
She looks natural.
I was like, oh, she actually is pretty. Like, she's actually a pretty lady. Like, not, you know, because I'm telling you, she was looking old and tired next to.
I think it's the makeup.
Yeah, like she just looked when she woke up at McKelty's. I was like, oh, she's cute. Like,
she looks nice. And it's like, okay, now you look youthful, even though your gray is showing. Yeah. Look here, gray means youth.
Oh God, that reminds me of Jenna fucking Lyons. Sorry, I can't. Jenna Lyons. Sorry, I started doing Roni. Girl, please dye your hair. Jenna fucking Lyons, please dye your goddamn hair and take a shower. And I feel like you ran out of money. I'm just gonna say.
My thing about this is that she really doesn't need to dye her hair. Let the gray show.
Robyn or Jenna fucking Lyons.
Robyn needs to let the gray show because the gray looks good on her.
Yeah, I like gray. Like, I like gray if it's with black or like if it's got like another color with it. But like Jenna fucking Lyons, I can't call her anything but Jenna fucking Lyons. That's her tagline. It's like I feel like her gray is I'm dirty. I don't feel like gray. I don't feel like dyeing my hair. And I'm not showering and I'm getting rid of all my things because I'm broke. I'm fucking broke. Jenna Lyons is fucking broke. I'm just saying.
But that moment with Christina and her, we already know, y'all. The boys, I think, are 2 now.
Are they?
It's been 2 years.
So McKelty's babies that were just born are now 2 in real time. Wow. Yeah, and she hasn't seen them, right? Like, how
and
far?
And McKelty said she hasn't seen the boys in 2 years. Their relationship is almost about non-existent.
How far are they? Like, how far are they? They're in Salt Lake, right?
I think so, yeah. No,
they got to be like somewhere in Flagstaff.
No, they're in Salt Lake, I think.
They're in Salt Lake?
Yeah, I think so.
There's like a lot of time. Like, I have to start paying attention to what they're wearing and look between scenes because, like, I feel like we're reusing scenes.
Me too. And there's a problem that I have with Robyn's daughter, Ariana.
What'd she do?
Y'all, last season, remember she had a pacifier. I'm a cousin. I'm an older cousin. I'm about to tell y'all this. Neither one of my younger cousins have had a pacifier in their mouth, almost looking like they're 4 years old. Keeping a pass in your child's mouth will create problems with their teeth when they start to grow.
And then what happened after that? What we see Robyn do?
You know.
She gave the pacifier to it. She gave it to her.
She gave her the pacifier because it's comfort. Look here. Food can be comfort if it's the right food. Veggies, fruit can be comfort. It don't always have to be candy.
Did she give the baby the who did she get? So she gave somebody a pacifier in this episode, right? The baby?
No, it was last episode during Thanksgiving, and I just noticed that Ari had a passy last Thanksgiving.
Right.
I'm like, hold on, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh.
And Ari's like, what, 5?
Yeah.
Ari.
She's had one. She's had one for a while. Like, she still has one. But I thought Robyn was giving one of McKelty's kids a pacifier, and I was like,
no. When they were doing a recap to like last Thanksgiving, I'm like, hold on, I didn't catch this
I was
last
confused.
time, but let me pay attention. Ari had a passy. When your child grows up using a passy, you have to understand that's a lot of money in dental work.
Yeah, no shit. I think like what after like 2 or 3, and like I don't know 2. I don't know. I know nothing about kids.
All right, so I really never used a passy. Only one time, but that was it. One of my cousins, it was one of the boys. I'm not going to drop no names, but they used to passy all the way up until the age of 2, and then the dentist told no more. So it was the winging of the passy. And one only used it all the way until they were 1 because they really wasn't fanatic with the passy. So y'all have to understand there's an age limit that you have to stop using the passy. When they start already having teeth, wing it off.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So when did they start having teeth? Like when did they start growing their teeth in?
They start growing their teeth like before they're like 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some babies are like what my grandma calls them like later babies, but all of me and my cousins start growing our teeth like before the age of 1.
I mean, I had no hair until I was like 3, so I look like a boy. I look like my brother, and I didn't have a pacifier. I had this little cat pillow, which I still have. It's on my bed. I've had it ever since I was born, and I used to carry that around with me. And my mom, it was a big regular pillow, and with a cat like on it, and then it got down, like it got so old and torn, it got down to just like a regular cat pillow. Like it's like I'm gonna show it to you. It's just like a half of a pillow. But my mom literally, when my brother was getting rid of his pacifier, we gave it to Santa Claus. Santa Claus needs it for his kids, and then my brother was like, okay. And I think we did
more of a bottle baby. I was more like a bottle for comfort baby.
Oh yeah, I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't like that.
But this season was kind of slowish.
So far
it was slow, but next season I see it picking up. I mean, that's episode. My bad. I see it picking up a little bit more. But yeah, I know normally we have a lot to cover, but they gave us this short little episode. You know, the whole thing with Mary not having Thanksgiving with them, and Mary, I forgot what law it was that she read that you're not supposed to have dinner with your ex-husband, and she was home by herself. And then you see Robyn like, oh, you know, Mary was home by herself, and I'm now just finding this stuff out. Like, basically trying to say, like, you know, you could have came over here, but like Cody said, it wouldn't have been like we're being married, Robyn. Because you care too much about her feelings, Robyn.
I know. It's like fuck you, Cody. Because
it
Cody,
awkward.
You have 4 other wives, but see, he's had this for 30 some years, dude. So now he's complaining that he can't show love to Robyn because his other wife would be there. Like he's like, get a life, loser. Like you have had 4 wives for 30 some years.
Now you only have 1 wife. Well, about to have no wife because you are going through a divorce.
I don't know. Like, I mean, because doesn't she stay till at least after Garrison passes away?
I think so, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like they're fighting. We're like,
and then after Garrison passes away, that's when she starts cutting her ties, and it's like, sweetheart,
what is she gonna do?
I don't know, because remember she said that she had to basically beg her dad for a relationship.
I know. That kind of makes me realize that she probably is very submissive to Cody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of like you really don't have to be submissive to Cody. You could just be.
You could just be Robyn.
Right. Just be yourself, Robyn.
I'm shocked she stayed at McKelty's overnight.
And my thing about this is that I'm shocked that y'all no longer have a relationship, and McKelty won't tell us why. But in a way, I think it's because Robyn, you are like Cody. You barely stick around.
I know. Do you think that is it why didn't they didn't go to they didn't go to Logan's wedding or Isabel's wedding, right?
It was Logan's wedding.
But didn't they not go to Isabel's either? The one
I
that
don't know.
I think because she married a girl, and I think
Right, she married a girl. I don't know if they show it, then Cody probably might not be there because, like I told y'all, he's against the LGBTQ community. He doesn't even support his son, who is now a female.
Or his daughter.
His biological son by Mary, who transitioned into a female.
No, female to male.
Oh yeah, female to male. My bad. Y'all.
Yeah, and married too. And she was also married to a woman too. So like she's been a lesbian. Like three of his kids are in LGBT play, right?
Right.
Two or three. Yeah.
I think he's got like 2 or 3 kids.
And he's lost
LGBT. Right.
And he's also lost Garrison. So why are you just like he's so cool with just losing his kids? Like
because he doesn't care.
And it's like he's a child. He is a literal child. The way he sits there and goes, they talk about me. I doubt it, dude. I really doubt they're talking about you. And if they are,
a man-child.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to go there when I'm not wanted. It's like, motherfucker. Most parents, if their kids, they would be breaking the fucking door down to get their kids to talk to them. If the kids stop talking, you know what I mean? Like Robyn would be there calling and calling. Now, like if Madison said, I want nothing to do with you. Watch the show, Cody. That's why. The shit you're saying on camera and embarrassing the moms is why they don't want a relationship with you. It's not.
And I'm happy that Janelle's youngest son is with Logan.
Hunter, Gabe,
Hunter,
Peyton,
Hunter.
Me too.
Because we're all worried about him because he was someone who wanted to find Garrison.
I know. And then what did he say? Cody said something about he was skiing and he thought he called Gabe and
and he thought about arguing with him and some mess that was just drama. It's like quit being a high school jockey, but like, be a father.
Like competing with your kid, basically. Like basically he's in competition, it feels like. He's like, they're talking about me and they're adults. He's like acting like they're adults, so there's no parent-child relationship any longer. It's now you're both grown-ass adults, and it's like, Cody, no, like you haven't been a dad to them in so long. They're still children inside. They're still the inner child in them is still crying out for you, piece of shit. Like that's what like he doesn't go to any kind of counseling. So like, what is he? No, Robyn can't be that delusional. Listen, she's not sitting there like co-signing every stupid little thingy that he says. There's no way. Like, because he says some
I'm pretty sure that she's heard about the situation, and it is what it is, y'all. There's nothing that we can do about it. Garrison is no longer here. He's no longer with us. The children want nothing to do with him. McKelty is done talking to him. I'm trying to think of the other one who had her baby.
Maddie.
Maddie doesn't want anything to do with them.
Yeah.
He's upset because he's like, yeah, Maddie didn't even tell me that she, was pregnant and had her baby. It's like, get a life, man.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? Sorry, guys. Don't pay attention. My husband brought me a drink.
It's okay.
What'd you say? What were you saying?
I said Maddie doesn't want anything to do with him, and he's upset with Maddie because Maddie didn't tell him that, she was pregnant or even had her baby. And Maddie's pregnant again. So it's like,
oh, okay. That's what he was saying. I was like, so wait, you didn't know she had the one kid? Like, I was like, wait, what? How did she not know he had a kid?
He didn't even know that she was even pregnant.
Like, pregnant.
And he's like, Maddie's just a gossip starter, just constantly gossiping. And it's like, who do you think that she got it from? You? Because you're a gossiper.
He is a gossiper, but like his kids are like not talking about him. They're like upset because of like they're allowed to vent to each other. Like he really how about this one? The gossip that my kids did ruined my marriages. The gossip that the kids talk ruined his marriages.
No, he ruined his own marriage. He ruined his own marriage.
Marriages. They ruined his marriages. Yeah.
They didn't ruin anything. Cody, you ruined everything that you touched your hands on, including your children. Hi, Dustin.
After I'm done with Sisterwives, if you guys are watching, I'm going to do Roni, the new Brony, and I guess a little bit of Salt Lake, because I already talked about it last week, but
tonight, y'all, we're going to do Marvel versus DC. I told DJ, so it's a fair, it is a fair competition. He has Superman and Batman, and I'm taking Spider-Man and Iron Man.
Oh, well, I'm on DJ's side. I'll be on DJ's and tell you I will be in the chat on I am team wherever Superman is. Wherever part.
Because
my best, I'm already like I just broke up my best friend for her husband.
I know. Okay, I'm cool with it.
So she says she'll be fucking like I'll be a whore. I'll be a hoa.
You ain't that. You like yo not like this time I ain't on your side. You know it, but you know I love you. I love you.
You won.
You know, but I'm on DJ's side. I'm on bro's side. But just remember, I still do love you.
No. Just remember, don't be mad about it. You know.
Yeah, it's all love. Y'all gotta understand, it's all love over here.
Listen, between me and DJ, right? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, okay? No.
But
been here in a while.
Did you watch Potomac? Because I watched it this morning.
Yes. Wait, I saw. There's only one, right? Only one.
Right, there's only one. Yeah, okay. I'm not covering Potomac until next Monday because I want to see episode 2 because I got a lot to say.
Okay, what do you think about Karen? What do you think something's up with Karen? What do you think is up with her?
I think that her lawyer told her to keep her mouth shut. Don't say nothing.
But
keep it hush. And I think she's like Shannon, drinking a little bit.
Something's up,
in
right?
Moderation.
Yeah, like she had an interview. I guess the interview I played last week. I was watching it, and I'm like, she wasn't all there. I don't know if it's her age or what, but she doesn't seem present.
She wasn't present because I think that she was just drinking just a little bit. But my thing about this is, as long as she's drinking at home,
I know
she's fine.
I know.
I'm not drinking out. That just shows that she's guilty.
Well, the thing is, did she got a DWI? How is she? I understand if you're going to fight it a little bit to get it maybe like down. She does look off. I thought like, all right, this isn't a court case where it's like a criminal court case. Okay, it's a municipal charge that she got municipally charged with DWI or DUI, whatever. She might be taking.
Well, this makes her second time.
But
plus, she had a suspended license.
How is she gonna postpone it for almost a year and a half now? I doubt it, Karen. She's still telling Watch What Happens Live last week that it hasn't been to court yet. She hasn't been to court yet. How the hell are you gonna get a DWI ticket? And it's they write the court date down on the goddamn thing. It's like in a month or 2 months. But like she probably had a postponement. Like she must be having to complete some kind of treatment or something.
I'm pretty sure that she had to do They probably made her go back to driving school.
Yeah, according to her, she hasn't even been to court yet.
I'm pretty sure that she's been to court, but her lawyers keep telling her to save grace, keep your mouth shut.
I don't know.
Because they're watching your every move.
But all right, listen, like, she might not be an alcoholic. She might have a problem drinking or whatever. Watching her every move. Who's watching, though? Who cares? Nobody's judging. If unless the judges told her she can't drink, then she really, she can do whatever she wants.
That's why I'm proud of Giselle for doing like the non-alcohol beverages for her.
I know. Yep.
Like, that's a good friend.
I really didn't. I think that Giselle she shouldn't be talking. She should be talking to Ashley on her way there and saying like, yeah. Listen, you can blame your alcohol on that. That is absolutely probably what's going on, but it's not an excuse to go and put other people's lives in danger. You can blame
it. The thing about it is that from what I saw when they reacted it, is that she did not hit a person. She almost hit a deer.
Well, she said in the watch, she said much Mom's live there was no deer. She said the reenactment was so scary because it was like almost exactly what happened. She's not saying a deer. I mean, she'd be better off to say it was a deer, and she just happened to drink it that night. But she already said I was going through a lot leading up to this. It's okay to be accountable. It's okay to say I was going through shit. I fucked up. I was drinking too much. Even if I wasn't drinking too much, I just happened to get in an accident. I should not have been behind the wheel. It could have had nothing to do with drinking, but again, I'm sure it probably did. But she blew it pretty high. The things you cannot go to court now and say that you weren't drinking. I know you're trying to get out of jail time. I don't know what she's trying to do. Maybe
she's probably trying to avoid going to jail for like a couple of months.
You know what? Maybe all right, how about this? Maybe she didn't get okay, she might be maybe a pretrial thing right now. So until that's over and she complete the pretrial like intervention thingy where like maybe then she can go back and they'll say, okay, now we're gonna drop your DWI down to a driving while suspended or something like that. Because like all those other tickets will get thrown out. Those stupid
because they're saying that this right here was her second act driving with a suspended license. And then her second night with a DWI and with a DUI.
Yeah, and I was reading up the Maryland, the penalties, and it's possible 4 or 5 days in jail, possible, but she doesn't have to get that. Right. There's a lot of people I know, and the thing is like Shannon is saying I drink because I can't handle myself. I'm a goddamn self-medicating addict. Like I self-medicate. I get it. I also don't have a license. I don't drink and drive. I never had kids. There's a lot of things I didn't do because of my addiction and because of my mental illness. And like, it's okay to be off, Karen. Like, it's okay to say, I fucked up. Like, I need my friends right now. Like, sit there and act like, oh, I don't know. And we'll see in the court system and we'll see. It's like, she's acting like she's going to blame somebody else when I get that you don't want to get your DWI. I get it. Like, if you're in some kind of pretrial thing, you don't want to say you're guilty right now. But you can say, like, I was drinking a lot. It doesn't have to affect that night. That night in question doesn't have to be brought up at all. But your drinking another time is not going to affect what happens at that court thing prior to what's happening now. I guess she's just having a hard time taking accountability at her age. It shouldn't be that hard. Like,
and for her to take the problem off of her to say, "Oh yeah, Mia, I don't like how I saw your kids in the public's eye." It's like you shouldn't have attacked the kids. Yes, we all saw what G did. Okay. And for her boyfriend to go right ahead and to when a DNA test go through the courts, that's what you should have did from the beginning.
That's Gordon's fault for bringing all this shit back up and rehashing all this. He's not shit
because I'm pretty sure the courts is going to determine that he's the father.
I think Gordon's probably trying to get the DNA test because he's an asshole. I mean, he's pissed. I don't know because that dude. I don't think that dude's gonna go, "How I'm your dad," and like traumatize this poor kid that he's never met, barely meet. You know what I mean? Like Gordon's his dad. Gordon, you know what I mean? We and I both know that mom and dad doesn't mean biologically born to us.
Like I said, y'all, blood doesn't always make you family.
Right. Exactly.
And you and I both know this.
Right. Like
when y'all hear me say dad, y'all don't. I'm not referring to my biological father. I prefer to him as sperm donor because that's what he is. Yeah. I mean, my dad is Roger. I call him dad. When I say sperm donor, my mom knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, like husband and dad, like father, they have definition behind it. Like there's definition of something. Like that's not just a word. It's not just a fucking word, whatever it's called.
I even call my grandpa dad because he's been there since I've been born. I call my grandma mom, and it doesn't affect my own mom because she's like that technically is mom because she was there since day one as well.
Mm-hmm. I am.
So.
Yeah,
there's a meaning behind everything.
Yep. Both my parents got remarried like really quickly. So like I've always had 4 parents. And like all the issues we had with like over the years, just I mean, I've always said I still have two moms. I still have two dads. You know what I mean? I have two moms.
You have two moms, you have two dads, and they're there to support you and guide you through life. Even if y'all do have to cut off a parent, and I've been cut off one parent. The sperm donor, I've been cut them off.
It's hard. My parents all still meet the same, because the family, because of the grandkids. So they're always at my brother's together. They're always here together. They've always been like that. Always been like that. Very early on, my mom knew my dad was not the fatherly. He just his lifestyle was not
right. It didn't match hers. That's what it didn't do. It didn't match hers.
And even my stepmom, she was like, she married him and then fought with him for 25 years till he got sober and stopped being an outlaw. He just, you know what I mean? He's put us all through a lot of shit. But they all still, when it comes to the grandkids, everybody's always still together. They're always still together. And, even though it took my dad years to stop drinking and all, it took, a lot of things for us all to stop drinking and doing stuff.
But I think Karen, she's getting there. And that's all we can really say. Like I said, I really don't want to review this episode until next Monday. So I have a show also while we're doing this one, follow into it.
Sundays. So, wait. Potomac is on Sunday nights?
It's on Sundays, but I don't get it on Peacock until Monday.
Oh, wait. So there was another episode last night.
Yeah.
Second episode.
No, the first episode was last night. I didn't get the first episode until this morning on Peacock.
No, because I already covered the first episode last week.
What, Potomac?
Yeah. I think last night was, hey, Lady Virgo, I think last night was episode 2 of, you're going to have to do it this week, girlfriend. Yesterday was episode 2 of Potomac, I believe.
Okay, because I only got episode 1 last night on Peacock.
No way. You look on there right now. I guarantee you have both episodes. And if you don't, I'll send it to you.
Right,
you definitely have Peacock, because I didn't check Peacock because I'm getting excited because we have all these we have Brody, we have Potomac.
And if you aren't watching Mama's Boy, y'all, I'm gonna start covering that on a Wednesday.
Wait, which one?
Mama's Boy.
Oh, okay. All right. So my schedule, so. Oh my God. So I gotta really got my ass in gear. Guys, if you're watching, I'm so sorry I haven't been on time. I'm sorry I haven't been there at 12:15. I'm working on it, hopefully after this week, but I'm going to be covering Roni. So there's a new episode on Dallon's podcast. They asked me to co-host with them for Roni, which I never watched, guys. I didn't watch the first Roni. I watched the first Roni, but hey, I didn't watch this one. But I watched it and I'm obsessed. And there's a new episode of Roni on his podcast side, which I linked it. I'm going to put it on my side. But after me and Q get done here, I'm going to do another live of Roni and Salt Lake. But then I got to figure out how the hell we're doing OC, Salt Lake. Friday's in Salt Lake. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to do Roni today. So Salt Lake was Friday. I think I already talked. I don't know. We'll do both. But I need to talk about Jenna Lions. Okay. Jenna.
Okay, so on Peacock it's saying on Mondays.
Yeah.
So only got episode 1 today.
I don't think so. I think episode's 2 there. I guarantee it. Look at it. I guarantee it.
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm telling you, Peacock, right? You're looking at the guy.
Right.
Started last Sunday. It has to be. It started last Sunday because I already covered one episode.
No, it started yesterday on the 6th.
I'm telling you, this is not a timeline jump. I swear to God, guys. I'm telling you, I have a Potomac episode. I didn't get a screener. No, I didn't get a screener. No way. No. Where'd you go? Oh no.
I'm on Peacock. Literally.
No. My
sure
my
can't get a screener?
Hold on. Who's watching, guys? Who's here? Who's in the chair? The Bravo season. How come I had it last week though? How did I get it last week? The Bravo season. Guys, I literally covered it last week. How did I see it? I watched it on Peacock last week. I'm not, I wasn't dreaming. I know that. I know I covered it last week. I know I did. Hold on. Where's my live? I know I did. Didn't I? I watched it. We were just talking about it. We were just talking about the episode. I am losing it right now. We just talked about the episode. How did we both see it if it just started today? How did we both see it if it just started today?
Peacock posted when things stream on a Sunday, they normally post it on a Monday.
I saw it last week. Where are my lives? I swear to God. I'm not kidding you. I had a whole live about it on Wednesday. Who, guys?
You probably got an earlier premiere.
Hell. No, I didn't get a screener. I'm telling you, I didn't get a screener. I am not crazy, y'all. I'm not crazy. Hold on. Because it was a pretty green, thumbnail, and you went to go check it out, and I was literally, it was copyrighted.
Yeah, I don't know how the actor was, but it was copyrighted because you went right ahead and you did. Remember?
But it was Potomac. No, lady, I'm watching Potomac right now. Like, here's my Potomac thumbnail.
You did a preview of it. That's why.
No, I did not. No. Oh my God. Are you serious? Did I?
Yeah. You said let's watch the trailer.
Fucking right. Holy shit. And I got a screener. Oh my God, I'm such an asshole.
Yeah, you did a trailer of it. That's why.
Wow, Krista. I thought I just, oh my God, my heart. I was like, I would not want a different freaking, I was not in a different reality. You're right. Okay. Oh my God.
You did a trailer.
I was so
I went back to try to watch the trailer because I was in the live. But yeah, it was a trailer.
I'm like, look at my pretty green thumbnail. I swear. Fucking God. Oh, good. So I found him. All right. So I already talked a little bit about the episode because we only watched the first.
Right.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Sunday season dropped this morning, so I got to watch it. But
I'm like, no.
For a second episode, y'all to drop, which will be next Monday morning. So right after we do our show, for the ones who want to watch Potomac, they want to hear me cover it. Like, I'm dropping a link just to let y'all know. I will be dropping links. I'm dropping a link also for Sisterwives. If y'all just want to hop one up too. Aaron, if you're in the chat, I need to get with you so we can cover some shows.
Well, we got 20 minutes. I'm going to drop the link. I was so freaking confused. I'm like, no, I swear.
You're welcome, Lady Vargo.
Oh. He said, I don't want to watch it again. Well, that sucks. I hate when people do that to me. I'm not claiming about screeners. But then I feel very like, I'm like, oh, I've already seen this. Like, I gotta wait all week. But then then I got all fucked up because Karen was on Watch What Happens Live last week. Right? Oh God, Krista. Wasn't she on Watch What Happens Live? I don't know.
I gotta go back and see.
Yeah, because I feel like I have a whole episode under me, and I'm like, yeah, we talked about it where she looks drunk and she looks hot. I'm like, no, it was Watch What Happens Live, and she looks all okay. Oh my God, okay, all right, I'll caught up now. I'll fucking caught up. I mean, God damn it! I don't know how I'm going to do. How am I going? All right, so okay, I got to talk about Roni. Because I never thought, because I'm just going to talk about that today. But how am I going to do these lives? All right, so I have to do Potomac, Salt Lake on Friday, OC. What am I going to fit OC in? I might have to do a doubles on Friday.
You might have to do a double because my schedule is us on Mondays, Potomac on Mondays, Tuesdays OC, Wednesdays I think it's called Mama's Boy. Thursdays, I'm gonna fill that up with something, y'all. I don't care if it's Marvel, DC, trivia. I don't care. Friday, I need to fill up the spot. I gotta stay busy, because if I don't stay busy, then I'm gonna start feeling tired. And I don't like being that way.
All right, I think I'm gonna do Salt Lake on Fridays, Salt Lake and OC on Fridays, Roni on Mondays, and Potomac on Wednesdays. Because it's too much to run. Because when I try to do it on Monday, Potomac, I won't get the episode in time, and I'll be rushed to try to fucking do notes and stuff. But you have to go, Doc. You have to go right soon.
Right. So y'all, I gotta go. But I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I love y'all.
Love
Subscribe to
you.
both our channels and
Subscribe.
everybody, all the mods, check the group chat. Okay.
Talk to
Love
you in the
y'all.
chat.
All
Love
right.
y'all.
Love
Bye.
y'all.
DJ,
Bye.
I'll be there later. So what
All
time's this
right.
thing? What time's
I'm going
team?
to get with DJ, but I need to set it soon, and it has to be today. I'm not pushing it off
Okay.
anymore, y'all.
Okay.
All right. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Was it last night? Okay, Lady Virgo. Oh my God. So I'm watching. I'm thinking I'm getting caught up from last week's Watch What Happens Lives. So she was on last night. Okay. Oh my God. I feel like I was in a time warp. Lady Virgo, I swear and remember I thought I was in a time warp. Because yeah, I did the catch up thing. And then I was watching all the Watch What Happens Live. But I also had watched one from last week too. Oh no, it was the interview I watched. Oh Christmas, Jesus. All right. So you pretty much know how I feel about her, about what happened with Potomac, right? Like I just feel her and Mia are gonna be fighting. I do feel like they are messy with Karen, and they're all messy with each other, but they're not realizing that Karen is really in trouble. I really am worried about her because I know what it's like. I talked about this on the sobriety episode. I know what it feels like to be up there in age and have struggled with addiction, self-medicating addiction your whole life. You know, because it's called addiction transfer, guys. Like your addiction transfers. You have to fix the problem. You can't just go to detox and get rid of one. Oh, I quit drinking. It's going to transfer. If you're an addict, it's going to transfer into something else, especially if you self-medicate. I mean, it did with me anyway. Like my first addiction was, I mean, that could be on a sobriety episode, but addiction transfers. So I don't know how I'm going to do these episodes. I know. And I was just and I remember talking about it and being like, I was talking about it on the sobriety episode, how worried I am about her. And that I just feel like if she's taking accountability with some other people, like her daughter or something, that'd be great. I would just she doesn't have to with us, but I'm there, like we're there supporting. Like I really don't know if Karen's still stuck in maybe, how her generation was where it's just she's a shade. And I don't know if she realizes this is why I do want to talk about this more sobriety on Bravo, because I don't want them to feel ashamed to talk about this stuff and to be self-medicating. There's nothing, as long as you there's something wrong with you getting behind the wheel. Absolutely. That's where it becomes the problem. That's where I think Shannon had a problem. And so does Karen, because you made a horrible, not only just one bad decision, a series of bad decisions that you don't make at your age and endanger other people and yourself. You know what I mean? And your dog and whatever. Because I don't know if they're ashamed because of course you have the other alcoholics on OC screaming at Shannon, calling her out an alcoholic. And you have John threatening her with all kinds of videos and stuff and putting these videos out saying, we could ruin your life. And then I heard also, which I don't like this at all, and I'm not going to say who said this, but somebody was like, I have a bunch of shit on Shannon. I just talked to somebody that knows her really well, and she was a nightmare. She's this, she's that, she's horrible. And on, hey, love, I am going, Peter, I am over here back on Instagram because I'm on Instagram. Peter Panos is the one who was Teresa's host, who I absolutely freaking love and adore. And I hope my Instagram is like dark or something. But over here on Instagram, I'm trying to get it so I can type on there. What's going on here? That was Teresa's host at the live show. You and I need to speak, my friend, because I know other people that want to do live shows, and I know you did a really good job hosting. And I would rather you be a part of the show rather than just host it. My stupid Instagram, I got to reset it back up again. But thank you. It's been all right. So remember when Carl said I'm sober off the drugs that killed me or killing me? That's how. Oh, there you are. Okay. Peter. I adore him. I love him. I was looking at his Instagram with his partner, and see, every time that me and Teresa are at war, which is all the time, I always get friends out of it. I make more friends out of it. Like me and her people always become friends. Now we can still talk about Potomac. I got 15 minutes. After this live, I'm just going to set up the one for Roni and whatever, and then get off and then get back on again. But now I'm on Instagram. Why? Did you want to still talk about Potomac? Talk about whatever you want. I'm worried about Karen. Yeah, they've been alluding to Karen's drink for years. But I know, but they've been alluding to drinking about a lot of like. That's the thing. Like when you're all on a show and you're drinking together, this is where like I need to have the sobriety Kristen Ray segment and really talk to people that are on Bravo, watch Bravo, and get their opinions too. Because I don't think that it's. I mean, I don't know if Bravo is really part of the problem. Like, I mean, you would drink if you're on Bravo, and if you're an addict or you have addiction or an alcoholic, obviously it's not going to help. But I feel like you're going to do that no matter what. Like it does, whether you're on the show or not. If you're struggling, you're struggling. You know what I mean? So I would hope that if you were like a sober path, that you wouldn't get on a show like this. You would opt out and put the X in the box on that. The contract that they sign where it says you're going to be drinking, and if you have alcohol, just X that box and like exit stage left. If you seriously have an issue with drinking or alcohol. But if you're on the show and you're like, oh, I started drinking and then I started drinking when I was on Bravo and then it got really, really bad, staying on Bravo or on reality TV. And then I don't think you can blame Bravo or reality TV, because if you're not on the show, you're going to be home. If you're struggling, you're struggling. You're going to get it. You're going to drink. You're going to do your drugs wherever. You know what I mean? Just at this point, I think the show, if anything, I think the show might even stop me from doing as much as I would if I wasn't on camera. Because I'm just well aware that I'm on camera and that the whole world is going to see every little mistake that I made. Karen is able to remain sober. I don't think she was, though, even though she. You're right. It's not impossible because there's so many cast members that do it. There's so many cast members that stay sober and get sober on Bravo. And that's my whole thing. And if you are really struggling and it's that bad, that you say that you have to drink while you're on camera or while you're on camera. I get drinking while they're all out and stuff, but if you really are struggling, then don't drink while you're on camera or drink at all. You know what I mean? Or just get off the show. I don't know if she's in some kind of outpatient treatment and then she's going to go back to the judge and say, hey, I completed this. So, because I mean, a lot of people judges will give you that opportunity to go do a thing and then go back in and say, hey, I completed this program. Please don't put me in prison or jail. It would be jail. But yeah, I cannot wait to talk with you guys about Roni. So let me set it up now. What time is it? I'll probably get off of here in like 15 minutes and then I'll make it for like 15 minutes after that. But I'm going to put the Roni on there. And then if we get through talking about Salt Lake, because I didn't do that on Friday. But I have never watched the new Roni. So this is my first time. And I did an episode with Dallin for his podcast we're doing, co-host, and I absolutely loved it. I didn't see last season. Right. I know. See, and that's why I was like, you know what? There's so many cast members, multiple franchises, reality shows of people getting sober on Bravo, on reality TV, and staying sober. And then you have the other people that are blaming Bravo and suing them for it, or trying to. Which at this point, I don't even know if there's lawsuit. I don't think there's any reality reckoning lawsuit left. I think Liam might be the only one. But again, people that are blaming the show, like Brandy, I guarantee you right now, if something, we'll see them. We'll see them somewhere filming another reality TV show. Because you can't just blame Bravo, just blame reality TV. And then you're going to go do another reality show. You know what I mean? But I'm worried about Karen. I don't want her to not be accountable because she doesn't want us to make fun of her or for us to judge her, because I'm not. Like, I think hopefully any normal adult or any normal thinking adult is going to say, she's not a bad person. She made a bad mistake. Like, she's got to say, I should have never drinking. I should have never drove. She has to say it, because right now her trying to get away with it and not saying things like, I don't know what she's trying to do. It's just making any accountability away from her is just really is a problem. Because like you said, she got in a car behind the wheel. She actually got in an accident like Shannon, and luckily nobody else was hurt, but she could have easily have veered the other way into oncoming traffic. And it's just it's so freaking reckless. And at their age, they know better. You know better. You're on reality TV for one. You're almost 70 for two. You have cameras on you constantly. You are constantly judged for every action that you make. If you're getting behind the wheel, then you have a problem. To me, you have a problem. You know, just like with Sandoval, people keep saying, "Oh, Victoria's not on drugs. Victoria's not on drugs." You know what makes me believe she's on drugs? Because she tried to do an hour and a half interview in the middle of the day to debunk the drug accusations. Victoria Lee Robinson, Sandoval's girlfriend. She was trying to debunk her being high or sober or high or being on drugs. So to me, you wouldn't take anything. I don't give a fuck about your anxiety. I'm sorry. Sick about hearing about the fucking anxiety. That means you took a Xanax. Okay. Again, you can't handle them. If you cannot stay sober for that goddamn hour and a half interview, at least for that, even if you don't have a problem, don't take your anxiety medicine. You can't do it for at least for that to debunk the drug accusations, knowing how fucked up you get. The girl was fucked up, plainly. And now, she has anxiety. She had to take her medicine. She had to take her anxiety medicine. Yeah, I know. And what about her? That's her anxiety medicine makes her like. So again, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, I'm calling you out for having a problem. And why I say you have a problem, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I am not a doctor. I've just been a self-medicating addict, whatever, for over 25 fucking years. And I do, I feel like Karen is, I'm glad she keeps saying, I'm glad nobody else was hurt, but Karen, something made you get in that car that night when you were, and actually get an accident from your drinking. Even if I don't know what else, you said there was no reindeer or no deer, so what made you swerve off the road? What made you literally do all that? I'm not, okay, I'm not the one that you call from jail. I'm not the friend that you call from jail when you're our age and you go, please bail me out. No, I'm not the one that's going to be like sugarcoating all your problems for you. I'm not mean about it, but it's tough love. I can be an enabler. I can be an enabler sometimes, but the tough love part is like where I'm starting. Like I start to get very get emotional. Like I don't have time to sugarcoat for you. You know what I mean? And that's another thing, Kim Richards. Kim Richards is what triggered me to be thinking about this so much and wanting to do the sobriety segments because I know. But Kim Richards now, she's the 5150. Do you know how hard it is to do a 5150 on somebody? Especially if they're not married. For you to get a 5150, you have to be really, really bad. For kids, and I'm telling you, it bothers me, and it's been bothering me. I couldn't stop thinking about it because, again, I know at our age what it's like to fucking be a self-medicating addict, an adult, and not what it's out of your control sometimes. Like, I'm not saying mine was it was out of control for a point in time, but I am scared to death to ever go back to that feeling where I cannot control the drugs I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do ketamine treatment. I'm afraid I would never try ketamine treatment after what we found out about Matthew Perry. Because him and I were both on pills at the same time. We've been on Suboxone at the same time. We struggle with mental health. We've gotten sober. And then for that, to go to the ketamine for to stop your brain and stop your mental illness because you don't want to self-medicate, and then you turn out and you become addicted to it, that. And I remember saying when he passed away, now I don't know why he would try, maybe the ketamine didn't affect him. I didn't think that he had overdosed on anything, or I didn't think that ketamine was a problem. But again, I was naive to the fact that I would easily have probably, I don't know, he got easily addicted to it. It's so fucking scary. P. Diddy, I'm just saying. The dude has been on drugs for how many fucking years? 40 freaking years, 5150. Oh my God, a 5150, Lee Virgo, is when your family member the court forces you to get into a mental health facility or a treatment facility. That your mental health is so out of control that your adult family members they had to go to the court and get her into treatment, and then she left treatment early, and Kyle's trying to kick her out of the house. So she's in real bad position right now, and that's how scary that is to me, because she's self-medicating, I'm sure, with whatever drugs drinking she does. I'm not going to speculate. Whatever drugs it is, it doesn't really matter at this point. She's hurting and she's struggling, and she was forced to go in treatment. I also told you guys I was in treatment 17 times for everybody else. The 18th time or 17th time is when I went for myself, and when it worked. And it was like I was there for the courts, I was there for my parents, I was there for my husband, I was there for my ex. Like, I went when everybody else wanted me to my entire adult life, and I kept saying, I'm not going to fucking stop. I don't want to stop getting. I don't want to stop doing drugs. I didn't want to stop doing drugs. I never wanted to feel anything. I didn't feel shit. I felt it when I was growing up, and I felt something was wrong growing up. The second I was able to, like, not even a second actually, like, I didn't do drugs, and even when I was a teenager, I didn't do drugs. 22 is when I took my first Percocet. But it was the answer to life. It was the answer to my life. And I'm still on Suboxone to this day. I haven't touched an opiate since 2012. I died. I overdosed and I died, and I came back, and everything changed after that. But I went away, I went to jail, I went to rehab, I went to mental health. And I crawled myself out of the gutter the last 12 years. But my husband was, there's a lot of things that keep me sober, but I can just imagine. There's so many times, like recently, that no, you know what? I almost did, and now I'm scared. Like now, that scared me. That fucking scared me, because I can tell you right now, if I wanted to get high on something, I could go get high. I could go get high if I really wanted to, right? I'm not, let's just say I have money, my bills, you know what I mean? Like, my husband wouldn't know. And I don't mean like high on, I'm smoking my pot. If I want to go smoke crack or any kind of drug that would get me high, I could go do that right now. Okay. But I don't. But I feel like if I gotten a taste of something, say the ketamine, I might like it. Who knows what that would trigger? Like, I don't go out and like try doing cocaine, or I don't know where the hell you get these drugs anymore. I still like an old person. But, meth has been in my life for a very long time because of, not even just me, just family members. But like, I never was addicted to it, but I did it because it was like, it helped me not be all over the place like I am right now. That's the thing. Like, I get so embarrassed when people make fun of me, like in the comment section, about me moving all over the place, how I can't sit still, how I'm constantly playing with my hair and all that shit. It is because of my anxiety. I don't want to self-medicate. I have ADHD too. All the things that are wrong with me that I don't take medication for is what you guys see, and it shines right through me when I don't. I don't want to take my Adderall, because when I do, I end up abusing it sometimes. Like, I'll take it now here and there, but there's times where I was like really where I was abusing it, so I don't take it all the time. Like just recently, I wanted to start taking it again, and I was like, just because I literally said, fuck it, I'm tired of people making fun of me. I'm just gonna take my med. Like, I'm just gonna go, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'll sit on my hands. I'll try something. I'll just keep trying until I appear to be normal. And there's times where I'm like, I'm so suffering mentally. And I've said to you guys, I've said to Aaron before, like, I almost got high. Like, and when I say get high, I don't mean would help me now. It would be Xanax. If I fucked up, it would be on Xanax. I cannot take Xanax. I turn into I can't take any benzodiazepines. I turn into a completely different person. You don't know who I am. I don't go to sleep. I don't have anxiety. I don't have anything. But like, seriously, since 2012, like, I basically I've been on, like, I haven't done any drugs to get high except for Xanax in the last 13 years. That was to get out of my head. I've done other things. Like, I'll be honest, I've done meth here and there, but not in the last couple of years. But when I did, it was because I didn't have my Adderall, or I needed. It's just stupid reasons. I don't even want to excuse it, but like, it's been years. But when I say sober off the drugs that killed me, it was cocaine, crack, and heroin. And and I can't take Xanax. And it was the needle and smoking crack. It was like, I was rock fucking bottom. I was it. I had nothing left. I had to go away. I called my dad, who was my last parent talking to me, and he said, fuck you, go to crisis. And I was like, you know what? And I spent like 2 more days at that hotel doing crack I OD'd on heroin. Went to they took me, the people that are with me took me in my car, threw me on the sidewalk at the hospital, and took my car and stole my shit, but dropped me off at the hospital. And they said, she's out there dead. There's a dead girl. Based something like, there's a dead girl. She's dead. We just dropped her off. She OD'd on heroin. And left me on the sidewalk. They came out in the hospital, got me, and revived me. And I'm telling you, for some reason, that time was so much different than all the other times. Like, I know it changed, but like, I didn't realize it was what. But it took me, I don't know. I never told Sunil again after that, but it took me until maybe, it's been 12 years, right? 10 years? 2012, 12 years. It took me at least 6 years to be able to even watch something like intervention. I couldn't watch any drug stuff, like anything like that. Now I can be around it and all that. It just takes, and then like just recently, last couple months, thank you. I'm reading your comments, and I don't want to read. I'm like going to cry. Every time I read one, I'm going to cry. So that's why I'm not really reading them out loud. Because I hate when I start getting into this at the end of these lives. But talking about Karen and all, like, I really want to start. I got to reach out to Carl from Summer House. I want to reach out to Steele from Rob Brothers, like the situation. So I really want to talk to them about their recovery on Bravo, on reality TV, and Steele too. He got sober too. I don't know what kind of. I want to see if he wanted to either. I definitely want to interview him, discussion. I also want to see if maybe he'd be part of this with me, the sobriety. If I have like, a discussion or a panel about recovery on Bravo, or I want to stay on Bravo, but on reality TV, because as we keep saying, more and more people on these shows that have either an issue with it or getting sober. You know what I mean? And then I'd like to talk to people like Kim Richards, who have been through it so many different times over and over. We've seen her sober, then not, sober, then not. And, what is it that keeps us? I don't know. What can we do? Honestly, it's not. People ask me all the time if I regret it. This is the thing. I don't, because I do, but I don't. I don't regret it because I would not be who I am. And I say that like because I am a completely different person, and it's because of my addiction and what I went through and everything that I saw. I'm so compassionate. I wasn't compassionate before. I have so much. I mean, I was always empathetic, or I have empathy, or whatever. It's like wherever I'm just hurting all the time. Like, I don't mean hurting all the time. I feel everybody else's pain, so that was a part of being self-medicating. But my issues are just like, I don't know. They say I'm bipolar. They say this or that. I just feel like I know I'm an alien. So if you really want to get technical, I feel like my first incarnation here on planet Earth, and it's just really hard for me to be here, to be honest with you. But that's a whole other episode. But it's life lessons. I had to learn life lessons, honestly. And I learned them. I learned a lot of them. Like, it was my whole dad's. See, me, I'm just like my dad and my uncles, but we've gotten sober and out of prison and out of trouble, which was not the case. My uncle was in prison. He left my aunt. Like, they were outlaws, right? And for some reason, not only some reason, but like me and my dad, when I got sober, my dad ended up doing it too. But there's a whole other situation with that. But like, out of jail, out of prison, everybody's sober, everybody's back, and everybody's healthy, everybody's clean, everybody's like, they're wearing their glasses as grandparents. It's so funny. I look at my uncles, I'm like, look at us. Look at you, you're grandparents. Like, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, the shit that I went through because of them as a child, I don't know. I just love my family. I don't know. There's a whole thing, but my grandparents passing away, it triggered them to my uncles, meeting my dad and my uncles. But they were all in their 25, 26, and 27, married with 2 kids, all of them. And my grandparents were very much a big part of our lives. And they passed away back then when I was 7. And it really triggered us all to just down. It crumbled. Our lives all crumbled. But I think I know now that my grandparents had to be on the other side to get us all sober and clean before we, you know what I mean? I feel like that's now the reason that which I've had her come through different spiritual mediums and say that. Because I always say, I would cry, why did you leave us? To my boosh, like, why did you and Pata leave us? Like, look what happened after you left. And now I get the answers I get now are they had to work from the other side. And I technically did break the cycle because I was the last one. I don't know if that's really the case because I don't have kids, so I don't know. But I'm the last grandchild. I got sober, and none of the other grandkids have issues. But anyway, that's the whole thing. Anyway, I'm going to get off here because I'm going to come back just guys, I'm going to send you guys the link for Roni, which I'm going to do in like, I don't know, give me like 15, 20 minutes, I guess, maybe 4:30. Okay, or is it 10 of? 10 of like 4:15. So I'm going to send it to, all you guys like I usually do. And Lady Virgo, please come back because I'm going to talk about, we're talking about sobriety on Roni too, but I think there's something on Roni too. And Karen and all. And I need your guys' advice. Sorry, my eyes are stuck together. Oh my gosh. I need your guys' advice. Okay. And I love you guys. Thanks for your support. And just so, like, that's the thing. Like, just know, like, I try to get everything situated and together. It's just really fucking hard. And I don't know how to get myself back together. I'm trying, though. I'm trying to get back on time. Something feels like it's dragging me right now. And I'm like, and so I'm just trying not to force things and, like, not trying to be here at certain times. So that's why I didn't really do 12:15, but I'm going to try to get back on track. But I love you guys, and thanks for always supporting me, and I'll see you back in a little bit.